This video demonstrates the end-to-end execution of SAP application using AscentialTest. Here are the contents of the video demonstration. Manual test case to automated test syntax creation. A feature file contains the test cases written in Gherkin language. Feature files can be in the form of Excel, Word, or text file. These are the utilities developed for the conversion of steps and test syntax. This is how the converted step syntax looks like. This is the syntax for the test creation in Z file. And this how the syntax looks like in test editor form. Object repository. AscentialTest snapshot technology allows drag and drop feature. This feature is used to drag and drop objects from snapshots to create object repository. Let's look into the creation of object repository. In order to capture the snapshots, press Shift plus Ctrl keys together and navigate to AscentialTest to view the captured snapshot. Here, firstly, the parent object is dragged and dropped into the App Objects panel, after which the child object is dragged and dropped below the parent object. For web tables, AT has a built-in feature to automatically create web table app objects. This is how object repository is created using drag and drop feature. Self-healing in AscentialTest is performed on objects and data. When application changes, there will be changes in some objects, which will turn into red icon as shown in the object repository. If test fails during the execution, AscentialTest captures snapshot, and using this snapshot tester can drag the same object, which will resolve object issue as shown. When the data is verified with expected versus actual data, and if there is a failure, AscentialTest presents the value of both expected data and actual data in the trace SAP report, as shown, which helps the testers to correct the expected data. Next, let us have a look into the creation of steps. Using snapshot and object repository, required line of code is selected to create steps. Every step is parameterized. To do so, select the Add Parameters under the Data option and click on OK, and the parameter gets added. Next, moving on to the test creation. Dragging and dropping steps will create test. Once done, this is how the test case looks like in the test editor. Every test is associated with data table or external databases. A single test can be run against multiple test data. Inbuilt query methods helps to run tests against multiple test data in various ways, where it returns the entire data table values, or with respect to matching specified column value, or returning a random value in the data table, and so on. Plans and suites creation. Dragging and dropping related test cases will create a plan. Similarly, dragging and dropping plans will create suites, and suites helps to run a single plan on multiple browsers. Tests or plans or suites can be executed based on count, where the particular test cases are executed the number of times for the run count provided. Based on priority, where the test cases are executed in the order of the priority provided. Or based on group. Here the test cases are executed based on the group name provided. Finally, moving on to the test set creation. Test sets are created by either dragging and dropping plans or suites. It allows to run plans suites parallelly by providing multiple IP addresses of multiple machines up to 256 VMs. Inbuilt scheduler helps to schedule tests at required date and time. AT by default provides test reports in different forms as shown. This is the detailed report for the managers to review the pass and fail status of the test cases. Similarly, we can also generate pie chart report to view the graphical representation of the test execution status. Report can be exported to various formats as shown. Emailing feature helps to send reports to all team members by configuring the email settings. SVN helps in versioning of the project code. Inbuilt defect tracking tool, Jira, is integrated. In test sets, organizations can add blocked and failed reasons to the results database by defining the attribute reasons in the test set database, as shown, which are predefined. After the execution, test cases can be marked blocked by selecting the blocked reason in the Status tab, and for failure test cases, the required failure reason can be selected in the Output tab. AT also allows to generate custom reports by selecting Generate Custom Report from the Test Set Result menu. Then select a report from the list of reports and input the name of the output folder where the report to be stored. This is the high-level report containing the test set name, plan name, test name, along with the result pass, fail, and test execution time. This is the low-level report, which contains the details of every step performed with actual and expected results, along with the complete execution trace. Now let us look into the end-to-end execution of SAP test through Jenkins. Here, the configuration of SVN is added by providing the repository URL and user credentials along with AT command line, and then the build is triggered. Here, the username, password is provided, and gets navigated from Homepage to Project Management page. Then selects Event-Based Revenue Recognition and navigates to Event page. Here selects the required billing element in Event-Based Revenue Recognition and verifies if the billing element have the recognized revenue and recognized COS. The execution is completed, and the build is success. Report is generated, and email is sent to the respective recipient with the reports attached as shown. This is all about the demonstration on end-to-end execution of SAP application using AscentialTest.